Hello, Valerie. Yes, I am using your name in this because I apologize that you didn't get your reading during my Wednesday night live and that I couldn't respond to you. I was away, and for whatever reason, my chat from my website was not working properly. I couldn't respond to anybody, and I had to uninstall it, reinstall it, work with tech support. It is now fixed. I sent you an email requesting your question. I had not heard back from you. I think I sent you a message yesterday asking for your question. So I'm going to go with what you actually posted, even though it wasn't specific. You said that I think it's for your mom, that having a lot going on in her life. So I will address this to her. Having a lot going on, not sure what to do. And so I'm just going to go and see what is going on here. Okay. And as mentioned, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, and there's a reason why I'm saying that. But let's just see what happens here. We got milk and honey. Oh, we got two of them from the bottom. Milk and honey and round and round. People pleaser. Trying to make peace, trying to make calm, doing whatever you need to do. But you found yourself in this infinite loop. Because you're people pleasing, you're trying to be fair to everybody, but you're not being fair to yourself. Clean up. That's cleaning up a mess or cleaning up a situation, even cleaning up things in your environment per se. So all in all, with these oracle cards, I would say that Spirit is saying you need to offload responsibilities that really aren't yours, that really belong to other people. You can't, and Spirit wants you to know you cannot please everybody. Okay? You can't please everybody. And all that you are doing is going around in circles in order to keep harmony, peace, and you're being fair to everybody else but me. This, to be fair, is like the Justice card type of energy in the tarot, in that things aren't balancing. And as you're trying to please everybody else, and you're trying to make everybody else happy, it's putting a strain on you. And they're saying it's time to clean the house. It's time to set new priorities. It's time to set yourself as a priority. Okay, let's see where this is going. I think that everything, and I say this in a loving manner, everything starts with you. It's your tolerant level. Being tolerant of behaviors from others that really you shouldn't be tolerant of. And I feel very strong the need to put certain boundaries into place. Okay. Judgment, of course. A decision. That round and round, keep going round and round with somebody. You're in a place of decision making. for the situation, star, of what it is that you want. This is simply put, you have to make decisions. You got to make the choice for you. What are your desires? What do you want out of life for the rest of your life? What kind of star path do you see or that you envision you being in? What kind of life do you envision you living? Opportunity or obstacle? Yeah, that's Jesus Christ. That is the Five of Wands is the resistance. Whether it's people battling against you or you against yourself even. This could even be a struggle internally that it's like everybody comes to you, but what about you? I think this reading is all going to be centered around you, that the first steps of what to do is to set yourself as a priority. And you have a very difficult time doing that. Of reaching for your own stars, your own desires, your own goals. How did you get here? Two of Pentacles, juggling. That's what I'm saying. You're taking on everybody else's responsibility. That's at the root. Unable to make up your mind because what's influencing you is a lot of immature energy with the Knight of Wands. So what's influencing you or the situation is somebody who's in and out, somebody who's wishy-washy, somebody who is very immature. Maybe even a partier. I don't know where that came from. But somebody who, thank you, Spirit, who runs from responsibilities. And because they run from responsibilities, you feel that it's your due diligence, your job to pick up the slack, to pick up for their responsibilities so that everybody else is happy. Whatever this is, it's not your responsibility. What's in the past is the Empress. There's the mom. There's mom. Of course, you are doing what you need to do as being a mom. I would almost venture to say this is one of your children, potentially, or somebody very, very close proximity to your children. You're dealing with somebody who maybe they go from job to job. They have trouble holding down a job. Because whoever this is, they run from responsibilities. What's coming up in the near future is things around the home. I will do some clarifying as I see called fit. This here, I do feel, I'm probably going to clarify what it is about your home. I feel that there needs to be change. There could also be a decision, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a decision about moving? Because I get the Two of Pentacles, the Judgment. The Knight of Wands could also be change of residence. And then we got the home, Four of Wands. Things around the home space, celebrating. Or is somebody getting married to somebody that is a little bit shady? Something like there's something that's going to be, that is affecting your home or will be affecting your home. I'm just kind of wondering if there is a change of residence. Let me know that you've been having trouble going back, that you've been going back and forth with. How you're viewing things is the Ace of Cups out of pure love. Oh my gosh. What a heart. Out of pure love. Unconditional love is what you do these things for, but you are suffering. Environment, Two of Swords. I would say that is you like saying, okay, I know what the environment is like, but I'm not going to deal with that. I am going to keep on doing what I'm doing. There's a sense of blockage that is also, could be a block in your environment. And I think that that's what this is talking about, cleaning house, cleaning up. Okay. And this is a number 21. Oh my gosh, that's the World card. Cleaning up, closing a cycle that you have sat on the fence about for a long time. Two twos here. These are the two twos of definite indecision. And I think that you are being faced with a choice now. What do I do about this? I'm also picking up an energy. I probably should wait till I clarify, but I'll say it now and see what the clarifiers come up as. Maybe there's needing to push somebody out of the nest. Just saying. Okay. What actions do you need to take? Seven of Wands. Standing your ground. Standing your ground against everything that they are throwing at you. Don't let them put guilt trips on you. This is standing your ground and saying no. Potential outcome is the justice, balance, fairness. With Hermit, Seven of Swords, King of Cups. This is about taking control over your emotions. And the Seven of Swords could be deception. You could be dealing with somebody who has been deceptive. But I feel like it's more of an escape. Escaping a situation. Taking your knowledge with you. I do apologize. There's a sense of avoidance. And avoiding the true root, the true cause. And he's looking at the King of Cups. Oh. Okay. The potential outcome. And I say potential because the future is not written in stone with free will. The Hermit is somebody who's very wise. This is somebody who's enlightened, who goes within to find answers. And what I'm picking up here, to have true balance in your life and things to be truly fair, it's going to cause there's a need for introspection. Through that introspection, you come to look at your emotional status, your King of Cups, your unconditional love, your need to lend emotional support to everybody when you need it yourself. Okay? But I feel like, okay, this Seven of Swords is running towards the Hermit. But looking at the heart space, the King of Cups. But to bring true fairness in, instead of avoiding your feelings and avoiding the inevitable, the decision, you need to do what's right for you. You need to do the smart thing. Okay? You need to find, I'm hearing avoidance. Trying to avoid the emotion. I would love to know if you're dealing with a water sign of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Because I feel very much about trying to avoid an emotional confrontation. That is why you keep balance. But I think you need to do a lot of introspection as to why you're trying to avoid that. And why you should confront those. Why you need to stand your ground. Give me a second here. Okay, so let me kind of take a look here. I want to look at this Four of Wands or something around your home. I almost feel like somebody's is moving or needs to move. What is this? The World. Yeah, there's some kind of cleaning house. Thank you. Closing up of a cycle. Six of Pentacles. Wow. Hanged Man. Yeah, this is being stuck in a give and take situation that needs to close out where you're doing all the giving but not receiving. Kind of need to, like, the hermit and the hangman are very similar energies as far as going to oneself, looking at things differently, finding that inner wisdom, and things looking at the world in with different eyes and your situation. Um, Definitely feels like money being paid out here. Or not money. It could be just energy. But this is what is needed, a shift, closing something out in order to bring back some balance. So, with that said, you're going to have to comment below since I haven't heard from you. But it feels like, correct me if I'm wrong, if you got to push somebody out of the nest, make changes in your household, because you cannot keep carrying this person. You got to stand on your own 2 feet. I want to take a look at this Two of Swords here in the environment. Clarify the Two of Swords, please. Clarify the Two of Swords. Temperance. Eight of Swords. High Priestess. Okay. What this is saying is your intuition has already been nudging you but your mind has been trumping your intuition. Your mind has been probably your worst enemy of overthinking all the worst possible scenarios and also tricking you into thinking that it's your job to keep the balance and keep the peace with the temperance. But somebody's out of control. Is there somebody in your household that has either drugs or alcohol type of addictions? Just asking. Because there's a lot of indication of that here. In addition to you feeling trapped, like it's your responsibility to keep them out of trouble. And you keep quiet about what they're really doing. It's almost like even some other people do not know what's really going on. Possibly your daughter. But there's a lot of hush-hush. The high priestess is she that knows but doesn't speak. Okay? And there is some hidden knowledge here, and you know it. And you feel it. But your mind steps in and says, wait, no. You can't let this person fend for themselves. They can't fend for themselves. And you said, I need to, if I make them move or if I put them in rehab or whatever I do, then everybody's going to know that there's a problem. I almost want to say that there is a certain status quo here also that you're trying to maintain. Because what's everybody going to whisper about? Who gives a flying fuck what they whisper about? Sure, you don't have to go and broadcast it, no. But what I'm saying is you've got to start putting yourself as a priority. And you got to stop worrying about the outside world, what they think of you or they think of your family or your situation. You got to stop worrying about what this person is around you, how they're gonna react or what they're gonna say. You got to stop worrying about all that. And you got to start focusing on yourself. And believe it or not, when you do that, you're helping that person in a way also. Like, for instance, if you're telling yourself, like, oh, they can't fend for themselves, well, they're going to learn. And you'll be doing them a justice, not an injustice, by kicking them out of the nest, forcing them into rehab, or forcing them to get a place of their own, or whatever it is that you need to do. I'm not saying that you have to cut them out of your life if they're family, unless you think that that's the only way. But there's a sense here that you got to put yourself as a priority. And I think that is your answer. And the avoidance part is you're trying to avoid what your inner knowing is and take an appropriate action. Because you're coming across as having a very, very soft heart. And you've got those Seven of Swords of taking advantage of you. Whoever this is, they take advantage of you. And it's because you allow it. You allow them to take advantage of you for status quo and for keeping peace, keeping the whispers down, or whatever. At the end of the day, if you're miserable and you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, what good is the status quo? Keeping peace, all because somebody's not arguing with you. You call that peace, but you're internally, you are a hot mess. You can't take care of those in your environment unless you take care of yourself. And this person is definitely an obstacle standing in the way. And I think that every time you try to take a stand, there's an argument. Well, there's a point and there's a point. There's a point where you have to step into, it's not on the board, but I'm going to call it out because it's coming to my mind's eye. The Emperor, where you have to step into the Emperor's shoes, into the Emperor's power. You got to take back your power and show some sense of authority. This is how it is. Like it or leave. This is how I'm running my household from here on out. You are going to do, if you're going to stay here, you're going to do X, Y, Z. You're going to get a job. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You're going to help out around here. It's not all my responsibility. And that's where the standing your ground and standing up and saying no comes into play. Sorry. Stop being a fucking doormat for this person. I don't know. I just kind of called to this deck to see what the Zodiac cards have to say. This is Zodiac 108. Okay, blinders. That's the Two of Swords energy. I think you know what's really going on, but you're putting blinders on because you did not want to see. Convertible. And you have choices. The convertible card is like converting something. In this instance, like the convertible, that the driver has an option to keep the top up or put the top down. And it is showing being adaptable. And I feel that that is what you have been doing. You've been blinded to the situation and you've adapted. Not that you're happy and content. You have adapted. And you're giving up your sense of enjoyment. And you have to start looking at the alternatives. Making adjustments. This is definitely very much, the blinders, 8 of Libra, that are, the wall, the blockage, in order to keep balance, Libra energy. 7 of Gemini is that choice, that duality, and the 7 is an assessment. You really need to look at all your options and your possibilities. And you got to be able to be okay with making changes. Got another 8 of change, 8 of blockages, blocking change, 8 of Cancer. It is the well. And it's like, it feels to me, this is saying, by keeping the blinders on and not making the changes and looking and assessing things and looking at the different options, the well is about to run dry. The well is about to run dry. Another 7. 8s and 7s. And this is 7 of Pisces, baggage. the baggage. That is that heavy load. That I was talking about. The heavy load and taking on the responsibilities in order to keep peace. So 8787. Now I'm kind of curious about this. This only goes up to 999. But let's take a look at some angel messages. It says, okay, the present focus and actions are tapped into the universal financial flow of abundance. Stick with okay, you need to make new plans in order to get on track. So this here is definitely talking to me about it's affecting your finances. And the sevens are divine magic. Eights significate prosperity. Also, it is a loop, an infinite loop, a cycle that needs to change. So there's a lot of assessment here. 7 and 7, 14, 5. Challenges along the lines of the assessing. You're having a hard time doing that. 16 reduces to a 7. Assessment. All this is about assessing your situation and being realistic. And not just stay stuck in the assessment process, but taking action. It's not going to be easy. And there is a certain numeric progression, and it's one step at a time. You do the assessment. You look at shit and you're saying, okay, there has to be some kind of change. What changes am I going to make to offload some of the responsibility in this baggage? Because the well is running dry. I cannot be blind to this anymore. I got to take off the blinders. So the assessment, I've got baggage. Something needs to change. What do I need to do? I need to take off the blinders. And I need to turn off the tap. I need to look at things from a different perspective. Okay, honey, I hope this fulfills your expectations of this reading. Feel free to contact me if you have any other questions in regards to this. Maybe I could throw 2 or 3 cards out and email them to you if there's something that you needed clarified. I'm just going to double check my email real quick to make sure you have not responded before I upload this. Okay. Nope, no, I got a response from somebody else that I needed their question, but I didn't receive yours yet. So, okay. I hope you're well. I hope you make the improvements and you do what you need to do. Okay. I love you, sweetheart, and I'll see you again sometime. Bye.